Hey, Smart Cookies, Nicole here, live from my kitchen, because sometimes have laptop will travel. It means you only go to the next room or two. Today, though, I wanted to pop in no matter where I was and spend a few minutes to tell you what's coming up next week. We're just a week away from the workshop, the newest workshop that Smart Cookies is launching, called Push Button Profits. That's right. I want to help you create a dashboard so that you can use, maybe understand for the first time, how to leverage the data that's coming at you from so many different places. Your customers, your prospects, your future buyers, your referral sources, they're all telling on themselves. And what I know for sure is everyone's telling me 2023 is throwing at them something different this year, right? I've heard the advertising landscape is changing. I've heard things are weird, and customer data, I don't have enough customer data. Customer sales have slowed. I've heard things are on fire. They're great. I don't need to look at a dashboard, do I, Nicole? I'm going to tell you in all of those cases, yes. Because in uncertain times, and it is some uncertain times, we all want to create and find certainty, right? We all want to find that. And if I know one place to find it, it's usually in what's true. What are the facts? And the way that I can see facts as a marketer is through data. That's right, through some numbers. So without you having to be the number cruncher, I'm going to play that role for you and teach you how to build a dashboard just like this. Even if you are Google Sheets, Excel, I don't really know. I'm telling you, if you know where to find the copy and paste option via mouse or shortcut keys, you can do this too. I'm gonna let me just share with you what that looks like a little bit. Let's see. So this is what you'll build at the end, because it's what I've already built for you. It's here if you can copy and paste. But first, we are going to go through and grab the raw data from wherever that is for you, whatever CRM you have or don't have. Maybe you use Excel. As long as you can get it off of the maybe physical, if you're writing a lot of things down, if you can get it here, we're going to take it from that, and I'm going to show you how you're going to create a couple menus so we can sort a few things. I'll bring it over, give you a few different examples on how, we work with customers all across the globe, but all across the country, Canada too, and we want to know maybe where they're coming from. We want to know in some of these drop downs what the status is. Is it open? Is it pending? Is it paid? Is it a new lead? What is the offer? What have they bought? What are they buying? What do we hope they're buying? What are they waiting on for us? Maybe you have a small team. I know that we work with a lot of go-getters. They have big goals. Are you someone who has big goals? Tell me big goals in the comments. If you are someone with a big goal and a tiny team or no team, this is going to serve you in a way that maybe you haven't realized. So let's keep going. So maybe there are campaigns that have come off of. You want to know more about the referral sources. We're going to keep going through this just step by step within about 30, max 60 minutes, but it could be 35 minutes. I'm going to teach you how to copy and paste in all the right places so that all the drop downs work. There's some color coding that happens automatically, or auto-magically, as I like to say, and then it's going to lead to creating a dashboard. Now, that's great and all, as some people have said, I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to get and what I'm going to learn from that. No, until you visually see it, I can't even help you unlock, right? Imagine if you never saw your gas tank level, right? I don't know about you, but maybe maybe you didn't have a perfectly new car when you were young, starting to drive. Maybe you couldn't trust one of those numbers right on the dashboard. But imagine if you couldn't trust the speedometer if it wasn't there. You didn't know how fast you were going or how much farther you could go, right? Or I remember, here's a story for you. One of my first cars, it was a little Pontiac Sunburn. Anybody remember Pontiac? Give me a comment down here. And it was a convertible, so yeah, thanks, Dad. But it was definitely a used car. Definitely, I'm pretty sure there was probably always a check engine light on. So when I really needed to check the engine, hi Mom, if you're listening, she was with me one day, and my sisters too. I don't know if they remember because they were really little, flying down I-65 in Indiana over here. And I think at some point earlier that season, because it was nice out by that time, but earlier that season, because up here in Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland, we have a whole lot of snow and ice, and it lasts and it stays around. But I remember when we broke down on I-65 as we were going fast, there likely was a light on. But because this was a used car and that light was typically always on, I didn't realize that the coolant was about to was gone, was about to blow the engine. Really, that's what happened. That's what happened to my first convertible car. And I didn't know that, but it likely happened when either ran over ice. Prior to that, I remember there being an ice situation. Me and my friends, we may have run over some ice. But then, this is months later, and it ran too hot and it blew up right before an exit. Or maybe we managed to get off to get everyone to safety. That part is kind of a blur. I just remember like, oh my gosh, I'm breaking down in a vehicle with my mom and my siblings in the back. My point is, I am always looking to find out the real info. And maybe that dashboard, that extreme dashboard experience flying down the expressway is what serves me here today to tell you there are things you don't even realize that you don't know. So this will visually show you something. And if you're like 65% of today's learners with anything, we like visuals, we appreciate them. But until right now, so many of the big businesses have access to that stuff. And us little people who really need access to as much info as we can about our business, we don't have access to it. So that's great. I'm going to get you the dashboard. We're going to do it easy with copy and paste. But I want to leave you with 3 things, that if there were just three things to change in your business, because you don't need everything that I know about data given to you. You need to be able to create a dashboard that looks, about 5 or 6 different charts like this, so that you can know what to focus on, right? Like, there's a lot of things to learn in marketing, and I think we can all agree, tell me if you agree, we're all exhausted by learning more and more things when we're not getting the results. On the podcast, we always talk about how sales cures all. So if you could start to see and predict with confidence, no guessing, no phoning a friend, where your profits are coming in at, where they're secretly leaving you, or where there's a big opportunity, I wanted to be able to leave that with you. So you're going to build out the dashboard so that we can find these 3 places for you to focus on this year. I know if you focus on these particular 3 things for your exact business, this is for you. This is not like, oh, Nicole, this is going to be a general example. No, if you can focus on it for you and your business, your industry, your niche, exactly what you're working on today, whatever the situation that is, if I could give you 3 things, one of my VIP clients always says I add more things to her plate. This is the time I'm not. I'm just saying just these 3 things. If you could focus on them, I know you could double your business. The math proves it. The numbers have been crunched. I know every different which way. I have crunched these numbers. I have asked Kyle. How many say hey to Kyle? Say hey to Kyle in the comments. He's not in here right now because he might be talking too loud somewhere else. But I know if I can give you these 3, you could double. And you know what? Bottom line, you might not all need to double. There is some guru out there right now. I want to put him on blast. He's telling everybody like 10x, 10x, 10x. I didn't even know he was saying that. But I was thinking, if you have big goals, working with a tiny team or no team, if I could show you, you could 2x your business, that'd be pretty powerful. But all I really want for all of our smart cookies is for you to grow a business on your terms that fit you, your family, your lifestyle, the income goals that you have. And I wanted to whittle it down. Everything that I know in here about numbers and data, how can I whittle it down to 3 things? And so I created the Smart Cookie scorecard. What internally I refer to, because a mentor once tells me like, what's your red dot? What's your focus on? What is your laser focus on? And so it really is to help you find these 3 levers you can pull in your business, pull and push to make sure that you reach the goals you want. Because here's the thing, even if double sounds awesome to you, there is some level of what do we do next? How do we make sure we reach those numbers? And I want to share with you that inside Push Button Profits. So join me in the workshop next week, June 15th, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, and it'll be about 30 minutes. We'll go through exactly how to build this out. Then I'll do some Q&A. So plan to spend 45 to maximum 60 minutes with me. We will stop it right at 60 minutes and hang out to see your data, the thing that you know so much about your own business, in a completely different way so that you can improve your decisions, make changes, find something, uncover something like more profit in your business. I can't wait for you to join me. Somewhere around this video, there's a link. I'll see you then. Have a great one.